The Redmi Note 6 Pro, so-called the successor of the Redmi Note 5 Pro, well, it has been only a day since the Redmi Note 6 Pro has been announced in India. And let's see some of the exclusive hands-on and overview of the Redmi Note 6 Pro. And for this, I thank Sundar Bro from Technology Job, because as he gave me some separate shots of the Redmi Note 6 Pro shot from his studio. And do take a note that I'll be also uploading a special review video shot from our studio of the Redmi Note 6 Pro. For that, stay tuned to Tech Arena. Subscribe it by clicking the red color subscribe button below, and also press the bell icon for getting more updates on Tech Arena. Now let's see the overview and the hands-on of the Redmi Note 6 Pro. The Redmi Note 6 Pro. Well, let's start straight into the overview of this device. On the front, you have a notch display with a 6.26-inch Full HD panel. Yes, you heard it right, Full HD panel IPS LCD display. On the notch, you have dual camera setup, which is a 20 plus 5 megapixel depth sensing camera. The 20 megapixels camera comes in with f2.0 aperture. Well, there is AI portrait, AI face detection, AI scene detection, many AIs, guys. And on the back, you have a vertical dual camera setup with a 12 plus 5 megapixel camera with a f1.9 aperture. And guess what? A 1.4 micron size pixel, where it allows more light and gives a detailed image in the night time. And below that, you have the fingerprint sensor and the Mi logo. On the top, you have the 3.5mm jack and the IR blaster. Below, you have a micro USB port. Well, sad micro USB port, but it supports QC 3.0 fast charging. Yes, you heard it right. That's a flagship feature. Now, talking about the internals, it has got the Snapdragon 636 retained from the Redmi Note 5 Pro and has got two RAM variants, which is the 4 and 6 GB. The internal storage variants for both of these are same, and the hybrid SIM slot is present. Yes, there's no three separate slots for two SIMs and one SD card, but it's hybrid SIM slot as same as the Redmi Note 5 Pro. And what's more, it runs on Android 8.1 based on the MIUI 10. Now, talking about the camera, yes, this is what specifically Xiaomi covered in its launch event and was stressing for more than 5 to 10 times. Yes, the camera is really an upgrade, worth an upgrade from the Redmi Note 5 Pro, because they've added so many features like the dual pixel autofocus, as well as the 1.4 micron size pixels, the 1.9 aperture. This makes the camera really worth for the price, I'm saying seriously. And also, there's a support for electronic image stabilization on the rear camera of the Redmi Note 6 Pro. Now, does it fare for the price? The price of the Redmi Note 6 Pro's base variant, which is the 4GB RAM and the 64GB internal storage, is starting from 13,999, and the top variant, which is the 6GB RAM and the 64GB internal storage, comes in for 15,999. Let's see the rear camera samples and the front camera samples. So these are some of the shots shot with the Redmi Note 6 Pro's rear camera. If you like it, give a thumbs up, comment below. And these are some of the front cameras shot with the Redmi Note 6 Pro. How does it fare out as a separate standalone mobile? How does it fare out when you compare with the Redmi Note 5 Pro? Now, those who have bought Redmi Note 5 Pro recently, I just suggest them don't go for Redmi Note 6 Pro as an upgrade. But those who are willing to upgrade from another separate smartphone which you have, then as a standalone phone, Redmi Note 6 Pro is the best for the price given. The Snapdragon 636, the upgraded cameras with dual pixel autofocus. Even my camera doesn't have, guys, the dual pixel autofocus. And what's more, the Redmi Note 6 Pro is a really great smartphone. And take a note, if you want to see the full review, stay tuned to our channel, subscribe, and also press the bell icon. And as a Redmi fan, I completely agree that the Redmi Note 6 Pro is a really great standalone smartphone, but don't compare it with the predecessor, which is the Redmi Note 5 Pro. For now, I'm leaving from Tech Arena. Hats off.